Hey yo, it's your boy Battle Rap Coroner, and this is the Autopsy report. Man, don't get put in that bag, man. You already know what time it is.
All sloppy with bullets in your body. Fuck a news report. The only report is an autopsy.
Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, BR Coroner. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Autopsy Report. Let's talk about Smack Saturdays. Nice little warm-up card before noon this week. You got Danny Myers versus Shotgun Suge, man, on this card. They both was calling each other out for a while now. Danny Myers washed Suge though, man. It was bad. I'm not even gonna do a bar breakdown. Shotgun Suge first round was dope, but I thought he had too many old bars throughout all his rounds. And then Danny Myers came out with a rebuttal because Suge said something about his daughter being a stripper, and Danny Myers was like, yeah, we both swing on a pole or some shit. We both swing with the pole. It was crazy, bro. It was pretty much over from there. Danny Myers did his thing, man, and he got real sick on Noom next week. If he beats real sick clear, he definitely in running for champion of the year right now. Respect to Geechee Gotti and Rum Nitty. Yeah, man, but the battle of the night for me, shout out to Quest McCody too. Quest McCody got busy. Next and Dude Murder, they got a little crazy. I heard Next got crazy. Quest McCody and None was dope too. The battle that stuck out to me was Prep versus Drugz, man. So I'm gonna break down that battle. That shit was a top 5 battle of the year for me. Classic as far as I'm concerned. It was for the DMV. 2 homies with some personals in there. That shit got a little crazy. They had battle of the night to me. Easily in my eyes. They both lost in the tournament, but had good showings up until they lost. You know what I mean? You know, Prep going through the whole voodoo thing with Casey, and Drugz having to battle Rum Nitty twice. That got crazy. You know what I mean? But now they here, and like I said, this one's for the DMV. Drugz came out in the first round. With everything going on in his life, he had a scheme about getting ready for this battle, and it ended like the way he set it up was fire. But he basically said he's after everything he went through, he's still prepped, like, you know what I mean? So that was crazy, and that was out the gate. Hey, Drugz, I hate when my voice crack too, yo. When you be snapping and you at the height of that shit and that shit crack, I be doing that shit too, bro. But yeah, he had a bar. I sent Yoshi home where she's supposed to be at. That was crazy. You betrayed me for the little bit of money that we was getting for the tournament. I can imagine what you did for 100, what you would do for 100K. That was crazy, man. Drugz came out in the first round and he got crazy. Like, Prep round 1 addresses old beef, man, from the gate. I thought it was a nice angle. Drugz, man, like, Drugz has come so far, like, as far as I've seen, and but he gotta stop letting niggas bait him in the battles. Like, he said he emotional in battles, you emotional in real life. That's what Drugz said in one of his rounds. But yo, Drugz, man, if you didn't react to his bars, this bar wouldn't even hit as hard. Like, it would have hit, but not as hard because you walked into it, man. Like, a lot of people think battle rap is all offense. Battle rap, you need defense too for battle rap. You know what I mean? Like, when somebody's saying something fire, you ain't got to respond to it. Like, you know what I mean? He said, stop lying. You got hooked on drugs. The first step is admitting it. That was fire. That was like one of the bars of the whole battle to me. So round 1, man, they both got crazy in round 1 in my opinion. Round 1 can go either way, but I gave round 1 to Prep slightly, like slightly, ever so slightly. But you could have gave Drugz round 1 too. I think it depends on, like, we really splitting hairs here, trying to see who won round 1 because it got crazy. Round 2, Drugz come out. I kept telling him not to be loud like a librarian. That was crazy. I tried to pin something on another. You tried to pin something on another nigga and fell victim to the voodoo. That was crazy. He was talking about KCJ. And he was talking about Ill Will, how Prep tried to pin some fake shit on Ill Will, and he wound up falling victim to voodoo. That was fire. People don't talk about Drugz angling. Drugz angles a lot. Like, his last 2 battles, too. Drugz angles, he's not just punching. He said, you got the best case then cracked on the stream. What? Drugz did have a stumble in his round 2, though. It was a nice pause. I don't know, man. Everybody got different definitions of choking. Me, as far as choking goes, is like, you stop completely and never get it back. If you get it back, I just call it a stumble. So Drugz had a bad stumble in round 2. He also finished strong. I would never apologize on cam before. I'd rather get slammed before I apologize on cam. Prep apologized on cam or something before. He had some beef with some niggas, and then they made him apologize on cam allegedly. So that's where that bar came from. Drugz was going off in round 2 as well, but the stumble hurt him, man. The stumble hurt him. And then if you gave Prep round 1 slightly like I did, and then the stumble in round 2, and Prep gets through it clean with fire material, Drugz is already down 2-0. You feel me? But the battle's fire, so it don't really matter who won to me. Yo, Prep funny as hell. Prep one of them niggas you gotta watch out for. Cause while defending his boy Ryder, he actually giving him a backhanded compliment too. Like, he's just like blasting the nigga. Like, you talked about him drunk driving, almost dying, being an alcoholic. He might as well just kept going. Like, that motherfucker's trifling, bum ass nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was crazy the way he was talking about Ryder, but defending him at the same time. That's why I said it was a backhanded compliment. Prep was cooking though. Prep was like the other side. I can see you on the other side of the moon. You've been somebody's son for so long. These two was going back and forth, man. I'm not even, like, these bars are crazy. I gave Prep round 2 too, man, because of the stumble from Drugz mainly in round. If both of these rounds was close, right? Round 2 was close and Drugz stumble, you got to give the round to Prep. So I got Prep. You don't got to, but you know what I mean. I give the round to Prep. Prep's already up 2-0, but this is a very entertaining battle with rewatch value. Round 3, Drugz come out. He said, if I pull out a fully with a full clip, you go from Stefan back to Urkel real quick. That was crazy. He said, you brought Prep to die like life insurance. Drugz was going off in round 3. Round 3, Prep comes out. Baby mama round. He dedicated this whole round, or the full beginning of his round, to his baby mama. And then this shit got a little weird, but it was, I don't know how y'all call it. So it's a fire angle he was taking, talking about parenthood, being a father and stuff. But it was like a touchy, tender moment between these two, because he telling him how good he's a father, and then Drugz reach out, rubs him on the shoulder like, man, it's all right, brother, get it out. I'm like, yo, they wilding right now. Even though it was a true, genuine moment, that's a crazy angle niggas could use in future battles. That shit was funny though, watching it live. But salute to both of them. Salute to Prep for actually, you know, getting up there and talking about it, and Drugz, you know, for acknowledging it in a positive way. He said that his baby mama's gonna make his last point on court like a buzzer beater. Yo, third round was fire from Prep too, but he sacrificed some of that round for his baby mom. So I give round 3 to Drugz. I got Prep 2-1 though. I got Prep the first 2 rounds. I slightly gave the first round to Prep. Then I gave the second round to Prep, because that round was close too up until Drugz stumbled, and then I gave the third round to Drugz. I got Prep 2-1 in this battle, man. It's your boy Battle Rap Corner. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at BR Coroner. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. The kids coming through the door. We out of here, man. Salute. Don't get put in that bag.